If pregnant women don't get vaccinated for COVID and they develop COVID, that infection could lead to adverse outcomes for their baby. And when I tell you exactly what those are, guys, the CDC has released an important advisory really encouraging pregnant women to get vaccinated with the COVID vaccine. We know that pregnant women are high risk, but it's not just pregnant women who should get the vaccine. According to the CDC, yes, of course, if you're pregnant, you need to get it, but those who are postpartum, those who are breastfeeding, those who are trying to get pregnant, and those who might become pregnant in the future. That's many of us, by the way. The idea and the point here is that getting vaccinated, period, is important, but certainly within the scope of having a baby. Guys, let me tell you this. We know right now that only 31% or so of pregnant people are vaccinated against COVID. Now, that's a shame because what we also know is that compared to non-pregnant people, pregnant people have an increased, a 70% increased risk of death if they were to get COVID. Guys, the risks become exponential. Remember, pregnancy, again, is a high-risk state. And recently, we've known that we've had over 125,000 COVID cases in pregnant women, 22,000 hospitalizations, 161 deaths. That's up to now. Of course, we don't want that number to increase, but it certainly might. And this is why pregnant women getting the vaccine is so important. Now, also, the difference between vaccinated and unvaccinated does apply here too. We've been saying all through the pandemic, at least since the COVID vaccine came out, that the people who were unvaccinated were the ones typically getting sick and being in the hospital. Well, that's the same thing here. Over 97% of pregnant women who were hospitalized with COVID were unvaccinated. So that logic still applies here. You don't want to be a pregnant woman and be unvaccinated. First of all, you are high risk for COVID complications if you were to get COVID. Second of all, we know that these COVID complications like that I just mentioned could land you in the hospital, could also lead to problems with your baby, which I am going to go into in just 1 second. A couple other things I want you to know is that it is rare, okay, I need to say this, it's rare, but a mom can transmit COVID to her baby. Again, it's rare, but that can happen. But some good news in terms of getting the COVID vaccine is that when a pregnant woman gets the COVID vaccine, it is likely that she will pass antibodies or protection onto her baby, which is excellent. So now let me tell you what could happen with the baby. This is not good news. This is not something I look forward to. It's probably why I waited to the end of the video to talk about this, but this is the thing. Pregnant women who have contracted COVID have an increased risk of adverse pregnancy outcomes, meaning things that can happen during pregnancy, which really could result in a number of things that can negatively affect the baby. That is things like preterm birth, that is a newborn needing an ICU, that is preeclampsia, a condition that affects the baby and the mom, and also potentially stillbirth. Of course, there are other options as well. The point is that you don't want to put your baby at risk. You don't want to leave them and yourself unprotected. And it's not just women who are already pregnant. It's women who are postpartum, who are breastfeeding, who are planning to get pregnant, who may get pregnant in the future. Guys, getting vaccinated is so important. And pregnant women, please, 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 please don't blow this off and don't be afraid of it. Get vaccinated not only for you, but for your baby as well. That's the underlying point here, is that by getting vaccinated, you are doing something good for you and your baby. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle. I'm a practicing family physician and on-air health expert and video creator. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Also, let me know if you're a pregnant woman who's gotten the vaccine, you're planning to get the vaccine, if you know a pregnant woman who's gotten the vaccine. I have a group called I Got the COVID Vaccine on Facebook. I'll put the description and the link for that in the description of this video. Guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel and clicked the little bell, I invite you to do so. I'm Dr. Jen. I'll see you soon.